Hey guys, I'm Kevin. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 matchup. I'm going to be spawning in the lower left corner as the red Zerg player. And in the upper left, we're going to have Ziku, the blue Zerg player. I'm showing you this game because I think it's a good example of why gold or platinum league players, I think that competitive advantage, the tech upgrade of infestors is key at certain types of certain games. And I'll show you why infestors let me win this game and why you should make infestors if you see this. So off the bat, I'm looking at the income tab right now. Both the blue player and myself are pretty even in harvesters. It looks like he is ahead by one harvester right now. Not sure what that's about. Maybe he supply capped himself. Okay, we both have 10, and I have a Overlord out. And he has an Overlord out now, too. So, pretty even so far. He is doing some scouting back at my base. He has a drone out, and he's just kind of taking a look around. I take a drone, and I just follow him around just to get him to leave me alone. Looking at everyone right now. He does have an Overlord at his expansion, another Overlord out. I have an Overlord sort of going to the middle of the base, not sure why I did that. And here's my scouting drone. So I'm going to use this drone scout to basically just eyeball when my opponent puts down his expansion. I want to know, basically when he expands tells me as a Zerg player what kind of unit composition he has, and when he's going to be ready to push out. So just looking at the production tab, it looks like I'm the red player. I'm creating my spawning pool and an Overlord, and blue player is now putting down an extractor to start harvesting gas. I guess my drone at this point is just I guess I was going to go check out for other expansions, but decided instead to come back over here. And what I'm going to do is plop down an extractor. And I decide, right or wrong, I just kind of decide to keep an eye on this base because I don't want him expanding here. And if he does, I want to see when it happens. So since I haven't seen an expansion yet, and I am up against a Zerg player, I'm kind of assuming that I'm going to be expecting some Zerglings to come out soon. He does have a few Zerglings out. He's creating a queen. He's making more lings. Hasn't really started getting any gas yet, so you can't get that speed upgrade yet, metabolic boost. But just to prepare for that, I go ahead and I put my Roach Warren down, taking out this extractor finally. I have a few lings out just to protect myself from any early harassment that might be coming. And Evo Chamber and my first Spine Crawler just goes up now. So right now, if he was to push with his 6 or, 8 maybe lings, he would not be able to get through a Queen, a Spine Crawler, and 4 lings. But the idea right here is I want to start getting gas, I want to start creating roaches. He still hasn't expanded, which is starting to worry me. Because, I'm probably expecting either a big ling push or maybe ling baneling. If you look at the back of his base now, he is creating the baneling nest. And he's also noticed that I have my extractor here, so he's going to take that thing out, so I don't have vision. This is my vision of his base, and now I've lost it. Okay, back at my base, I'm spreading creep. I think I do a lot better job of spreading creep in this game than he does. So yeah, basically starting to pump out some roaches. He does have a scout come in, and I took that out, so he knows that I'm creating roaches. He just saw that. Looking at the income tab, he's a little bit ahead right now. He's got four drones more than me right now. I think I was probably just being scared right now because I saw he had no expansion, and I was creating probably more units than I should have. I probably should have been droning harder, creating more drones, that is. And I start to catch up soon. So I decided, okay, with moving one queen down to the low ground, I have a pretty good sized army right here to defend against any Ling harass. Now I'm putting up my expansion. So my first hatchery goes up. On the other side of the map, we have still no hatch going down, no expansion here. Still making lings and now morphing in a bunch of banelings. He's also creating roaches, actually. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 more roaches on the way. So he's got a better mix of units, I'd say. No upgrades yet. Whereas I have no upgrades either. So both of us very evenly matched at the moment. But here's the key. I'm dropping my hatchery right now, and he just hasn't done it. I mean, if he had gone ahead and put a hatchery here now, then maybe we'd be a little closer in a few minutes. So now this is the point in the game where he has more income than me, or about equal. I'm catching up right here. We both have 21 harvesters now, so it's dead even. But he has a bigger army than me, slightly. Now, he should really be pushing out right now. If he pushed out, I'm not saying he would win any kind of easy matchup, but he could maybe take this. I don't have my speed upgrade. I have a modest amount of roaches here. The other thing I'm doing right is I'm spreading my creep, just trying to get this spread out. What I want to do at this point is defend a little bit, be patient, bide my time, create a nice big ground army, and then hopefully at a timing that's before my opponent can get his air units out with a what is that called? With whatever that building is that makes air units. This is called Spire. Thank you. I want to get these units out across the map before he creates his Spire, because after that they're going to be useless. If Mutalisks are out, none of these units can shoot up. So without units that can shoot up, you're really just a sitting target for air units. Jumping at my opponent's view, he's just now putting down his expansion. He has no Spire on the way, no plans to go air units. He's still just massing these lings, but he's not putting them to use. He is morphing in now 5 more banelings, making this 10 total. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. Let's look at the units tab. So he's blue. He has a few less drones than me now, so I guess I'm actually mining minerals more efficiently than him at this point. He has more lings than me. He has a little bit less roaches than me, and he only has 1 queen to my 2. He does, however, have these 10 banelings. 10 banelings is a big threat early in the game like this. I mean, those would have easily taken out my lings and probably a couple roaches, really making this in his favor. Now, I think I have an overlord around here by now. No, actually, I did no overlord scouting this game, so that was pretty weak. Yeah, I just neglected my overlords. I had them sitting in the middle of the map. That was dumb. I should have moved one of these guys out over here in this direction at least, get a peek at what he's doing, and to give me better map control. Alright, I am at this point dropping my infestation pit. So let me just pause for a moment. The reason I'm creating my infestation pit, what I did just a moment ago, and I missed it when I did it, but I sent 1 ling over just to peek at his army, just see what we're up against, and I saw a lot of banelings. I think I saw probably his 10 banelings, or at least I saw a handful of banelings. So I knew he has to be trying to push out soon. I mean, he just has to, and it's all ground units. After seeing his unit composition, I know Spire is not on the way, or if it is on the way, it's going to be a little while, because he just had too many units out. And I'm also assuming at this point, because of the creep, that he has his expansion up and he is mining from this location. So I don't need to go send lings around the map because I know it's right here due to seeing that creep. All right, I'm going to go ahead and play. So the infestation pit is really to create infestors. And the infestors are going to be the key to defeating banelings. He's got a scout running around. The other key is I'm spreading my creep and doing a much better job than my opponent. Actually, I don't think he's even put a single creep tumor down. Nope. That's another key difference, I think, between sort of gold level players and platinum level players. He does have missile attacks upgrade, and he's now working on, he is now working on Carapace upgrade. So he'll have 1/1 upgrades. Let's see what I have back here. I have the range, or the acid saliva upgrade, I guess. What is that? Missile attacks upgrade. So yeah, he's actually ahead of me on upgrades right now. But here's the key. I have 3 infestors out. Now I'm starting to move across the map. I have my creep spread down. That's looking pretty good. I know that I need to push out before any kind of spire action comes up. I have 1 overseer just to spot in case there's burrowed units, burrowed banelings, that sort of thing. And I have more banelings coming in. So I have a total of, what is this, 8 banelings. Not as many as him, but pretty good. Let's see, he does have 2 hydralisks. So I guess instead of going infestation pit, he ended up going hydralisk den and figuring that he's going to be protected against air here. And hydralisks have a better range than roaches, so it's not a bad choice, really. It's just he really needed a tech upgrade, and I knew with all that lings and banelings, the infestors are really the way to go. So, just waiting here, biding my time till I have the perfect amount of units. Yep, just morphed in a whole bunch of more Zerglings. And here we go, pushing out now across the map. There's 1 drone over here, I spot him. I think he's going off to the corner of the map to get a second upgrade. And now the match is about to go down. What we have here, actually my banelings are sort of misplaced in the back of the pack here. You really want to have your banelings in front of your roaches, but behind your lings. So your lings should be attacking like this, your banelings right behind them, so that the lings get the first hit, and then the banelings come and basically wipe out all the units once they're clumped up. In the back, you want your infestors, and preferably on a separate hotkey, which I wasn't doing. And the short key for fungal growth is F. Now, once fungal growth, if I can land one, what it'll do is paralyze a bunch of units and hurt them at the same time. But the reason you want to paralyze those banelings is so that they can't attack. So, let's see how that works. Alright, so here's a fungal growth. I just threw a fungal growth down from one of these infestors. This has paralyzed all of these units right here, and a bunch of them were banelings. Yes, I mean, he got a couple of baneling hits off here and took out a bunch of lings, but those were really designed to take the force anyway. And I still have all my banelings here without having used any of them yet. So let's see how that goes. Yep, so right here they are frozen, they can't attack. Well, they can attack, but they can't move, and they're slowly being damaged by the fungal growth that's on them. Here we go, I'm just taking out those units, trying to fungal growth. I took out, I think, all their banelings, or all their remaining banelings. So now you can see, I mean, we're looking at the units tab right here. He has 2 roaches now. His whole army was dwindled down to 2 roaches. And I have still 3 infestors, 2 banelings left, 17 roaches left. And that is entirely, it's not because I have better upgrades, I actually have the same. Did he get his 1/1? Yeah, so he actually has better upgrades because he has the armor upgrade. But it was really these infestors, the fact that I could plant a couple good fungal growths to prevent those banelings from coming in and just wiping out my army. And then I could just sit there and snipe them all down. It meant the whole difference of the game right here. And you can see how one-sided this is now. So right now I'm just going to clean this up. Not a lot of good micro happening at this point, but he does pop some more lings, I think out of desperation, since I do take out this expansion. Yep, just cleaning this up right now. Obviously, roaches are pretty darn strong against lings. And now he's long distance mining. He has no other expansions up, so really the game's over at this point, and he GG's out of here. So, once again, just want to re-emphasize what won this match for me was having those 3 infestors and being patient and taking my time and waiting until the perfect moment. I have all these other roaches coming across the map now to back myself up. So, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you guys will take this in consideration, and when you see a big ground army like that, make some infestors, because those fungal growths are so important. Thanks guys, see y'all next time.